It's the Life of a Philly Fan podcast. I'm Aiden Powers. I'm here with Vince Sion. As much as I wanted to be like, I hate sports now, I hate football, I was right back into it this weekend. Two great games, both go to overtime. I loved watching them both. It didn't get me over the Eagles being out, but I just can't get away from football.
Yeah, it helped, but it didn't get me over it.
And obviously the thing that helped the most was the way that the Saints lost and how their fans have reacted afterward, which is just downright embarrassing. Like, it's cringeworthy.
Yeah, the video of the music video that they made, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, surely this is not Saints fans making fun of Saints fans complaining. This can't be a real thing.
It started, okay, billboards you put up. Okay, I've seen billboards before for a ton of different things. Then they sue the NFL. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit over the top. Then they make a rap video dissing the NFL referees and Roger Goodell. I'm like, where are we going to draw the line at pathetic?
Well,
because we are past pathetic.
Yeah, well, before the lawsuit, I think came the most pathetic thing was the petition. Can you imagine being a fan that makes a petition about something that they're complaining about their team?
No. When things you don't go your way, you make a petition about it? That seems just ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, because you imagine making a huge petition for your team that all of a sudden blows up for absolutely no reason.
Yeah. Fall ass backwards into that one. You hate to see that.
I've been waiting to drop that on you all week.
I didn't even see that because there's been so much stuff that came out. And then another thing, and this might be even worse than the video, they're planning a parade. So they're planning a consolation trophy, participation trophy parade for not winning the Super Bowl. And have it the same week as the Patriots. That would make it even more glorious that they would try something like that.
I don't even think. Well, they should have it on like Mardi Gras. That'd be, because that's their thing.
Yeah, because then at least they have a escape or an excuse to be like, oh well, we were just having a Mardi Gras party and we honored the Saints at our party. They're not flat out, oh, we're having a second place party. Not even a second place, a fourth place party.
What's worse, the Browns parade or the Saints parade?
The Saints parade by far, because the Browns, like, it's partially joking. Like, they've been so bad that that was kind of satirical. The Saints are legitimately throwing themselves we should be in the Super Bowl party off of one bad call, even though we had the ball to start overtime, and if we scored, it was over. So it's really hard to feel bad for the Saints fans.
And it's funny because they're literally being like the bizarro Vikings fans.
Yeah.
Which is like another Superman
the
reference.
hardos, but it's just like cringeworthy, like how pathetic they're being. Mm-hmm. It's I am embarrassed for them.
What's like, like when we learned like the map in elementary school, it was the elf in the middle of the country. It's like the four states. Look like
Mimel.
Yeah, Mimel. Yeah. M is Minnesota, and then the L is Louisiana.
Mimel. So yeah, we got those states. What's the I, M, and A? They got to look out. Yeah. Wait, Alabama just lost. No, that's Arkansas.
All right.
It's a southern state that was one time racist and has an A. So in my book, the Arkansas and Alabama.
It's the same thing. Everything in the South is the same.
Everything. I was about to say, all those states, they might as well just stay the Confederacy to me. I don't care about them at all. That's literally a different country to me.
It is.
So, and because of that, it's another reason for me to not feel bad about the Saints at all. I have no association with you. But it's not just the fans. The Saints team themselves, there's just some groups it's hard to have sympathy for. That's the Saints. You want to be cocky and you want to play dreams and nightmares after the game. You want to wear a ski mask. It's hard to feel sympathy for you when you lose. There's just certain groups. If you want to go to a desert island and listen to Blink-182 in the year 2017, 2018, and go on an exclusive trip, it's hard to have sympathy for you. There's just certain groups it's really hard to feel bad for them.
I've never felt, or you know what? I like I said, I think I hate the Saints, and it's not the Saints organization or like the logo. Like I hate Sean Payton and this group of Saints. Once they're gone, I'm not gonna like the Saints again, but like it resets. It's like a reset button. I don't hate other than I hate fan bases and I hate specific people in sports.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, there's like organizations that they're fine, but then there'll be like one person on could I care about Oklahoma City any less than I do? No, I don't really care about their franchise. Billy Donovan's probably a great coach, but Russell Westbrook, I could kill him something. That and hearing the Saints fans complain, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of hearing about it. Find a new slant. Find something else to talk about.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
You do hate to see it. And with that,
new segment.
Let's introduce our new segment. You hate to see it.
We say it so much, we might as well make its own segment, and we have some pretty good ones.
We do have some pretty good ones.
I will let you start because you actually had a tweet that did not get enough credit, and it's a perfect you hate to see it.
It did not get enough credit. Apparently, Kyrie is out with the flu tonight. Get a flu shot, coward. You hate to see a Boston player not be able to contribute to his team because he doesn't have a shot.
Yep. Oh,
you hate to see it.
You hate to see it. That's a good one.
Thank you. I thought about that for a few hours today.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it was just off the top of my head right now.
Yeah. Let's cut that part out. We'll cut that part out and pretend that you just thought of that just now.
Just thought of it right now. All right.
I'll stick with NBA stars. We played James Harden the other day. He scored 37. But we were in his head living rent-free. The fans, Joel Embiid, TJ McConnell, Corey Brewer. Corey Brewer looked like one of those things at the auto dealership where he kind of just flings his arms around like that. That's what he looked like because he's pretty dangly to begin with. That's how I describe people with long arms.
Wacky, inflatable, arm-flailing tube-man?
Yes, that's exactly what he looked like guarding James Harden. But somehow it worked. James Harden was on pace for 54 at one point, at halftime. Mm-hmm. And we were still in his head. Awesome win. And you hate to see that MVP tear Harden was on come to an end because of the likes of Corey Brewer and TJ McConnell.
You do hate to see it. And holding James Harden to 36 is kind of impressive right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Considering there's no one else on his team. And he's been scoring like 50 a night.
He was averaging 57 over 3.5 games, including the first half of the other night. Nikola Jokic, this is bad. I'm looking past the cameras and I'm looking at the television screens. Nikola Jokic is the one who plays for the Nuggets. Just to put it out there, I got the two confused. Or I didn't get them confused, but they're kind of the same. But that's what his name is. So I've got one of the two names.
Getting white people confused, you hate to see it.
Getting tall white guys confused, you hate to see it. Right, your turn.
So my next one is Greg Hardy. You just hate to see a guy get handed this 9 millionth opportunity and blow it. Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice,
strike three.
Strike three. Yeah. How many opportunities is Greg Hardy gonna fuck up? He would Dana White wasn't letting him. I'll explain the situation for anyone who doesn't know. Dana White was one of the main fights on the first UFC fight on ESPN. It was on ESPN, or the first half was on ESPN. Second half was on ESPN Plus. Still huge because ESPN Plus I feel is still more accessible than regular UFC pay per view. Mm-hmm. He in his first fight gets disqualified on an illegal knee to the temple while the guy was on the ground.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Which hold on, you may have been about to say this, so sorry to interrupt you, but in UFC world, everyone knows that's illegal. So he should have known that, and he probably did and just did it anyway. So go ahead.
Yeah, it's like rushing a receiver while he's catching the ball on the sideline and going helmet to helmet.
Going helmet to
helmet. It was that obvious.
Before the ball gets that. It's basically the equivalent of pass interference and a personal foul targeting on the same play.
Could you imagine if do they call them refs in UFC?
Yeah.
Judge,
ref.
Can you imagine if that guy just completely missed the call?
Yeah.
Oh, God, you would hate to see it.
Oh, you would hate to see that.
No, but you hate to see a guy like Greg Hardy just be given another opportunity and just completely blow it. And since I'm editing this, I'm going to put this part in. Greg Hardy is a garbage human being. Yes. And if you've ever seen the pictures of what he did, I'm glad he got disqualified. I hope he never is allowed to show his face on planet Earth again.
Could I spin yours? How about I spin yours as my second one? I'll take mine out. We can save it for next week because it'll still be relevant. Trust me, it's a viral trend right now. When we're big on that, like Bird Box we talked about. So let me spin yours for a second. You hate to see the UFC having this big opening introductory night on ESPN, which is huge for their brand and for their sport. You hate to see it ruined by them giving a scumbag the spotlight and then him ruining it by doing an illegal move. You hate to see them giving serial domestic abuser, a 9 millionth chance, putting him in the spotlight on your big night and him ruining it for you. You really hate to see that.
Oh, we also did mention that he's sharing the card with a woman who was a victim of domestic violence.
Yes. PR 101. Bad.
Dana White
Not
loves
hard.
selling fights. I thought he was better than this. I really did think he was.
He didn't need Greg Hardy. Like, Greg Hardy doesn't attract people because everyone. It's really hard to be 100% a villain. Like, there's always someone out there who may like you. He has managed to find a way for everyone to hate him. He doesn't draw like.
If you like Greg Hardy, A, don't listen to my podcast.
No.
B, reevaluate your life choices because he was a terrible football player, a terrible human being, and now he's a terrible UFC fighter.
Yeah, just dirty. Like it seems like he's shaping up to be a fighter the same way he was a football player. Plenty talented, but an absolute head case who was so undisciplined he ended up hurting your team, and the talent wasn't worth it. That's what it seems like when he's out there. Obviously, in this first major fight, he's on the card and he does the illegal knee to the head.
The only time,
and showed no remorse.
The only time I ever want to see Greg Hardy in a UFC octagon again is if he is fighting the Black Beast, because I'm pretty sure he would kill him.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Now
that would get me attracted.
That would get views. I would watch that.
Yeah.
So bottom line, you hate to see it for Greg Hardy and the UFC.
You hate to see Kyrie be out, get a flu shot, you coward. You hate to see James Harden get locked up by Corey Brewer. You hate to see Greg Hardy blow his 9 millionth chance. And you hate to see the UFC give a serial domestic abuser a 9 millionth chance and have him ruin your big night.
You hate to see it.
Hate to see it. All right. Do you want to go Sixers or Phillies next?
We usually do Phillies in the middle, so let's go with Phillies.
Okay. And then from there, next tree of decision making. This is like Bandersnatch. See, we're big on viral trends. Would you like to go Bryce Harper or Roy Halladay?
Let's start Bryce Harper, and then we'll wrap it up with Roy Halladay.
Okay. Give me your thoughts. Tony Romo was excellent. Let me get my football take in here for the Super Bowl. We'll probably talk about this next week. I think he will be amazing. I don't think the casual fan will think so. But he was great in the AFC Championship, was calling the plays out, and Bryce Harper tweeted maybe Tony Romo will be calling where Harper ends up. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that sequence of tweets?
Well, Tony Romo came out the next day and said he's going to the Rangers. So Tony Romo is a jackass and an idiot because he is not going to the Rangers.
Obviously, though, but he's only saying that because
he's saying that because Texas, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was stupid. It was to make sure people in Texas didn't get – because if he said he's going to Philly, people in Texas were obviously not going to like that.
Yeah, he would cause like an actual circus if he named like one of the teams that were actually after Harper.
No, yeah.
Like if he would have said, well, he's going to the White Sox, we would have been like, what? Like we would have freaked out. But because he was like the Rangers, like, Tony, you love, Jim. We would have been like, Tony.
Oh, Jim.
Oh, Jim. Chip here, Edelman over the middle.
I just saw the audio of me doing that, and I'm going to have to turn that down when we go back.
When you go back, if they probably do that live, they're like, let's turn Tony's mic down a little bit. He's a little bit too fired up.
Speaking of Bryce Harper and Twitter, Bryce Harper needs to stop on Twitter. He never tweets, first of all, because I have his notifications turned on.
He's definitely not the one tweeting those.
No, I know. It's Scott Boras. He's like, hey, Bryce, tweet something out, stir the pot.
He has some schmuck like us, and he tweets emoji. Like it's a promo guy.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
a PR guy.
Just an unoriginal kind of thing.
Yeah, and he like MLB The Show was like tweeting out his predictions if he was in every division. And he kept quoting them with
just
like
one emoji.
Yeah, with one emoji. And the first one was the AL East. And I saw it and I went on, is Bryce Harper a Philly yet? And I was like, what the fuck is this? Because
thought he was about to be a Yankee or something, right?
Yeah, I was a little upset. I knew he wasn't going anywhere else in the AL East, but like the fact that it was the Yankees, and I'm like, what is this? Don't
do this to me.
Because that wasn't the first one the show tweeted out. That was just the first one he replied to. And not going to lie, I was pretty upset.
Yeah, I feel you. We're closing in on February. The trucks are going. They're going down to Clearwater. And these guys, glove day. And they still are, instead of making a decision, just releasing teasers on social media and joking with Tony Romo and tweeting emojis at a video game. Let's wrap this up. It's like we got to get the Migos. Wrap it up then.
Yeah,
it's done.
He's got
Let's
7
hurry up.
days to sign before I grow my hair out too.
Yeah.
It's not
yeah.
gonna, it's
I
not
want
going
that
to
to
happen.
though. So he's really got to sign. That's extra incentive.
Yeah. It's not going to happen though.
Yeah, I know, but it's gonna suck. Look, you should do it anyway because it'll look cool if he signs at least. Now, if he's a White Sox player, then